And there we are. Hi, guys. Welcome, welcome, welcome. This is Monkey in the Morning. I'm your host, the Ranting Monkey. Hope you're having a great Sunday, I think it is. For whatever it's worth, it's Sunday, and it's nice outside here. It's not nice, it's cold, but a lot of the snow is gone, which is awesome. Before the show, thank you, Retro, for re-upping your membership. What month is this? For month number 32. Thank you, thank you, thank you, my friend says. I've been worried. Hope you are well, my friend. Okay. I hate when people give long "where have I been" things on video, so I'll do this quick. Ow, that's where I've been, and now I'm back. I'm still ow, but a little less ow. So there we are. You know, the one of the biggest ows when I was gone, um, the bill for the van, because we did get the van fixed, and we paid taxes. And I want to say this: I did not vote for Trump because of taxes. I did it as a fuck you to the Democrats for the shit they tried to pull. But I would like to say thank you, Mr. President, because while I still don't like paying taxes and how much money the government took from us, it was much better. And we're not, the super wealthy that the only ones get tax breaks from Trump. No, we're not even close to that. But our taxes were noticeably different. So for that, Mr. President, thank you, thank you, thank you. But we're not here to talk about my taxes because that's a rant that could go on for days and days. The amount of money wasted that they're like, hey, we in your pocket, you need to take your money because it's important to us that I forgot to open one window. Um, it's astounding how much they want us to pay for that's none of their goddamn business. I'm not happy about paying taxes for things that the government is supposed to do because you're still taking my money. But the amount of it that we spend, that it's called non-discretionary spending, things like Social Security and shit like that, where the amount being paid out isn't close to what was paid in, um, is I just said we weren't here for my tax rent, didn't I? And then I went on my tax rent. You know what? Fuck it. Fuck taxes. But thank you, Mr. President, for making them a little more bearable. Air Doctor, thank you so much for that feminist $12. Hey, Monk, it seems you're sleeping. Finally grabbed a good target. Rot in hell, Khomeini. Yes, indeed. Fuck that guy. Fuck him. I'm just going to say, fuck him. You know, we talk a lot on here about how, you don't really celebrate death. It's not dignified. It's not something when somebody dies. And I've always told you guys, I don't usually celebrate deaths, but there are some people I'm like, yeah, fuck that guy. And Ali Khamenei is one of them. Fuck that guy. Fuck him right in his dead, turban wearing ass. I almost used the derogative, and I know, it's going to be, we're going to have to be on our best behavior with our conversations about people who wear bathroom attire on their head. We got to be very careful how we talk about that because they'll be like, "Oh, you said something bad about the people who want you dead." Yeah, well, you never want to do that. So let's get into it. I last time we spoke about Iran said I didn't think we were like going to go to war with them, and since then, the military buildup really built up. And we were basically threatening them. And they were like, "You ain't gonna do shit." And Trump went, "All right." It is funny if you read the tales of this, like what's going on. Some of them are like the U.S. and Israel, and others are just like Israel did this. Like, come on, guys. Was it really? Was it really? Oops, I did not mean to unshare that. Where's my kitty cat? Bring her back. No, not that one. Where's my kitty cat? How dare you? Put my kitty cat back on the screen. There we go. Anyway, the I'm so distracted. This is why I don't stream. Oh, they were like, "Hey, you're not going to do shit." They didn't think we were. Because we've built up in the Gulf and stuff before. I mean, even when you go back to the 80s when the Ayatollah decides to mine the Gulf. We still didn't like directly strike Iran this way. How lucky do you think Maduro's feeling this morning? How much do you think he's like, oh shit, these guys are more serious than I thought? But if you read the news articles on it, yeah, some of them are like, it's the U.S. and Israel, and then the other ones are like, fucking Jews. Those damn Jews got him. It was the Jews. I remember when I first saw the attack, yesterday morning, I think is when I saw it. And several of the articles at the time were like, Iran has been attacked. Khomeini is safe. And that should have been my Jack. Oh, Jack, didn't I send you the link? That's why I sent you the link. Now I got to check. Oh, I can't check there because I got to fix my Phoebe picture because that's showing my Twitter. It says link Jack. I thought I had. Give me a second. Jack, just a second. We'll talk about a dead Iranian as soon as my Twitter opens up. My computer's been running slow as shit today, and it's starting to bother me. Okay. Not only who did I send that link to? Did I send that to Phoebe? Or to Phoebe? You know what? I'm just going to quit. I'm going to go home and have a bath. Jack, not only did I send this, I had sent it and answered your question. This is my bad, bro. It's coming. Let's see. Is it there now? Check your thing now, because it's this is not how the show is supposed to go. All right. Jack will be here in just a second, ladies and gentlemen. Assuming, and this time I did take Phoebe off the screen on purpose because I wanted to get the background of my Twitter off there, so I only have to have one instance of Twitter open. Anyway, so yeah, it should have been a notice to me Khomeini was dead when all of them are going, he's alive. Like, well, this is the 21st century. You can actually show him live that he's live. And they're all like, no, he's totally alive. He's having a weekend party at his house with his nephew and his friend. What's up, Jack?
How's it going?
It's same old. How you doing?
Yeah, I'm alive.
Yeah, me too. Not to be confused with Khomeini, who's not.
Yeah. Not to be confused with his intern who runs his account.
Can we come together as a people and decide how we're going to say his fucking name? Because I've heard it like 9 different ways.
How about that dead guy?
Dead bad Iranian. How about that?
Yeah, that works.
Yeah, fuck that guy. Anyway, the initial reports all are like, no, he's safe. And then they were finally like, we should probably tell everybody he's dead. And so it came out, and I really want to show this video, Jack, just because it is so amazing. Mourners take to the streets of Tehran following confirmation of Khomeini's death. That's how I will be pronouncing his name. I don't care if it's right. Fuck him. He's dead. That fair?
Absolutely.
Yeah. He's lucky I don't call him Steve. That's how bad I hate this motherfucker. Anyway,
fair, you probably hate him more than Steve.
I hate him much more than Steve. I would not cheer at Steve's death. Except for that one Steve, and fuck him. He knows who he is. But anyway, I just want to point out at the beginning, this is a video from Reuters. No, AP, right? AP. These are the mourners who spontaneously came to the streets over the death of Khomeini.
Oh, so spontaneous.
Do you see that building in the background?
Yep. With the
can
big
you see
American
what's on
flag on it?
Yeah. And this isn't the traditional painting of the American flag in Iran. Usually for the stars, it actually has skulls.
Yeah, and it's not on fire either.
Yeah. But this is how they started. And this, we don't need the, they say we don't really need the volume, but we kind of do. Listen to how upset they are.
Oh, they're horrified by all this. Oh, did you hear that? They're like, boo hoo.
Yeah. Look how upset she is. Oh, she looks like she's mad that they got her Whopper order wrong. She's like, I said no bacon. Sorry, Muslim joke. I shouldn't have done that. That's my bad. I said no pickle.
I think you're right the first time.
I know, right? The lady who was on her knees yelling the first time Trump got inaugurated was more upset than this.
Yeah.
Look at him. He's devastated. He is just devastated. So is that guy driving by on the bike the wrong way down the street. He didn't give a shit. But this is what Reuters is, or sorry, AP. I read a Reuters article that pissed me off earlier, so that's why I keep saying them. My apologies. They both suck. But this is what they're putting out. Look at these spontaneous mourners. They took to the streets. This guy's my favorite, the guy right here on the left. He's just standing there with his arms crossed like, I'm here. Yeah.
I want nothing to do with this.
These are people who realize there's a camera there and know that despite Khomeini being dead, there's not been regime change there. Which is the real story of this. Yeah, he's dead. But even more so than when we took out Maduro. This really doesn't change anything, especially in the short term. Because the same assholes who were in charge are in charge. And the major uprising they had a month ago has been quelled with bullets and beheadings. You know, it's not like that big swell is there to take over. Liberty Vet, thank you so much for becoming a member for month number 15. Now that Monkey woke up from his hibernation, the world can go back to normal. Yeah, well, we're in a state of new normal. And I gotta say, I'm not as upset about this as I see a lot of people. One, members of Congress, and I'm looking at you, Ilhan. Shut the fuck up. And you, who was it? Jasmine, shut the fuck up. You fucking idiots haven't said shit about war power. We need to have a vote on war powers. You guys only do that shit when a really shitty person gets killed. And
well,
suddenly
they're really
like,
shitty people, so
we need to have complete control over this. You didn't say anything about that. Just a couple months ago, the biggest story in the world was the Epstein files. You didn't give a shit about war powers at that moment. Which of the two, war powers are more in your purview. And you didn't give a fuck about it. Not one little fuck. And now it's, I can't believe he did this. My aunt posted on Facebook, I didn't vote for this. Like, bitch, you didn't vote for Trump. Shut up. You don't get to say, I didn't vote for this when you didn't vote for Trump. You know what I mean?
Yeah, well, I mean, if she did vote for Trump, she clearly didn't vote for this.
Right?
So
that
is self-evident.
That's fucking retarded to say out loud. I didn't vote for this. You voted for Kamala. Of course you didn't vote for this. Now, I will say this. I didn't vote for this. At the time of my voting, the topple of the Ayatollah was not on my to-do list. But I'm also not sad about it.
Yeah, I'm kind of indifferent on this because I don't give a shit about the Middle East. As far as I'm concerned, the whole region should be glass.
Look,
but I don't give a fuck about this. This is a surgical strike. It's not, so far, it's not mass boots on the ground doing anything at all. So we haven't done a ground invasion, maybe some special forces shit, but I don't really give a fuck about that either. So I don't care.
Liberty Vet, thank you, CNN. He was an austere scholar and peace advocate. Yeah, probably.
Oh, yeah, they did something very similar to that, yeah.
When it comes to Iran, it's a little different than just the normal Middle Eastern shit. because Iran is actively trying to get a nuclear weapon. They have been for
Yes.
decades. They are getting very close. And we do not want a Shia Muslim country to have a fucking bomb.
No,
It's not a good thing.
No, it's a terrible idea. And look, we may have destroyed some facilities, but they might have more, and they definitely didn't lose the knowledge. So they can reconstruct everything with slightly better equipment because they're filthy fucking rich. Thanks, Obama. So they could just reboot the system where they left off.
And we'd keep bombing them. I'm okay with that. So while I didn't vote for this, it's kind of like when you get that 11th McNugget in your 10-piece. You know what I mean? That's not what you paid for, but you're not upset by it.
Yeah.
That's just a bonus. Mr. Baker, thank you so much. Last time I was meeting a girl for the first time, Trump got shot. Now the next time I'm meeting a different girl, Khamenei gets killed. There's a pattern there somewhere. Hey, yours is nicer than mine. I just got to sleep. You get to go look at new boobies. Yeah. Probably still through a sweater, but still.
Well, that's stage one. I mean, like, if bad stuff happened the first time, the second time something good happens, maybe she's worth keeping around.
Yeah, maybe that's the world telling you to marry that one.
Yeah, or at least give her a shot.
Yeah. And, make it through to next Valentine's Day and see how things work out.
Yeah.
But I do want to, the rest of this video is just amazing. Look, he's so upset. Oh my God. Yeah, is this not the most upset crowd you've ever seen in your life?
It comes off as, what's the nice way of saying it? Performative.
Yes.
Like the North Koreans, like, oh, I gotta look like I'm mourning and upset. Oh no.
I'm just gonna bring it back to her because I like that it almost looks like she's gonna do a Heil Hitler.
Well, Iranian does mean Aryan.
I like the fat guy in the background over here. He's just wandering around. He ain't sad at all. None of these people are actually sad.
No, they're not. And in fact, they're probably elated.
They probably are. They also know they better not cause too much trouble because the government is, for all the bullshit the left gives us here, and they killed the guy in Minneapolis. Have y'all seen what they do to protesters in Iran?
Yeah, if you haven't seen that, you should probably be paying closer attention because they just kill them.
My favorite part of this, and I know this is fucked up, but it is my favorite part, is that I just watched a video the other day where Hassan predicted there'd be no regime change or no attack on Iran. Bro,
well,
can you get shit more wrong and still have people think you're intelligent at all?
It makes me happy whenever Hassan is wrong because he's a bad person.
I laugh so much. Anyway,
is it true his dog died?
I don't know. Oh. Sorry, that sound was my throat.
That was your throat? I thought
that was my throat.
I thought it was a wild turkey out back.
No, that was me.
Yeah, you should get that looked at.
I sprung a leak. Iran's Ayatollah Ali Khamenei is killed in Israeli strike ending 36-year iron rule. I do love that it's not the American Israeli strike. No. The fucking Jews. Taco Trump always chickens out. I do wonder how much of that played into how we've seen Trump behaving. All these asks, Trump would never, he always backs out. He's such a bitch. Remember they even they film themselves eating tacos because they're so clever.
Yeah.
And then Trump has just spanked people constantly. Did you watch the State of the Union?
No, I didn't.
Me neither. I tried to, and I got bored really quick, and I don't give a shit.
Yeah, I stopped here. Apparently, the dead Kaya thing's a joke. Hi, Dixie.
The what?
The dead Kaya thing is a hoax. Yeah. So
what the hell is what the hell's the taco thing about? Okay, it was Trump always chickens out, and it was because Trump would say, we're going to put these massive tariffs on you. And then he'd back off of putting the massive tariffs on them. And they were like, he always chickens out. And yeah, even Eric Swalwell had people come in and film him eating a taco. Because that guy he's about as right as Hassan most of the time.
You know what the tacos do? They cause gas.
Yes. And that's probably why he farts so much.
Yeah.
But it was one of these things where they thought they were being so clever.
Yeah, that's like 5th grade level of clever. That's not even fun. That's like shitty 5th grade jokes. What are you doing? That's not funny. Stop it. You're not hilarious people. They all think they're funny, and they're not.
What does that have to do with tacos? It's an acronym, man.
Yeah, Trump, T, always A, chickens, C, out, O, taco.
Yeah.
No, it's just not true because it's a threat that he was flexing. You do it publicly. Yeah. So I don't know how they don't get this because you came up with a stupid 5th grader acronym that doesn't make any sense because it's clearly a bargaining tool that he's doing.
Yes.
You publicly shame people into getting your way or you're going to smack them around. I don't, either they're dumb or there's dumb and unfunny. And I'm willing to go with that one, but come on, this is just sad.
The reality is that they should have waited for that. And because like if he pretends he's going to go in to get Maduro and then doesn't, and then pretends they're going to strike Khomeini and doesn't, and then you want to say the chicken out thing, cool. But over tariffs, over fucking tariffs? Connect, thank you so much. Khomeini could have been Santa, if not evil. True. I mean, actually, there's a local guy who used to play Santa every year around town who looks very much like this.
Oh.
Thank you, Michael. Morning, gents. Monk, do you think you'll be streaming on or around the 6th? I plan to. I always plan to stream. Every day I plan to stream. I'm not good at keeping plans. Both dumb and dumber. I'm not sure what we're referring to there, but I'm going to say yes. I just want to go back to our sad Iranians here. And you know what? It is the Associated Press. They even have a little watermark I just noticed across that guy who totally doesn't even give a shit on the left there. Look at the people in the background. Wait, no. Come on, let's bring her back up. Watch the people in the background. Don't give a fuck. Not a single fuck. So they got to go in real close on this chick.
Yeah, and you'll notice she's throwing her head back and wailing. You know what you don't see? Tears.
Not a single one in any of the people supposedly crying. Oh, I fucking love this. Trump has taken out China's oil supply. Thank you, Liberty Vet. I hear what you're saying, but remember, the regime hasn't changed here. Technically, yes, the regime has changed because it's no longer Khomeini's, but we're just going to get Mohammed I'll blow you up as the next guy. And I don't know enough of Iran's internal power structure to know how bad the next guy is. He may be better. He may be a reformer, which in Islam means you wait till they're 10 to have sex with them. But the chances of it having some massive change right now, pretty slim. And Trump even talks about this in his speech where he mentioned that we did this. By the way, great speech.
That I think that speech really indicated that this is not a long-term war for us.
No.
Just to get a few things done, and if the Israelis want to carry on, whatever, but we're not that heavily invested.
Thank you, Michael says, I hope this does liberate Iran. Viva Christius X or Rex. Thank you so much. I don't think it's going to liberate Iran because the power structure is still in place. We took out the top guy.
Well, we took out 40 some of the top guys, so technically the Israelis did. But
the next couple of people are safe from what we know. There was like 40 people within the government who were killed.
Yeah, they were having a
But
meeting, and mysteriously, the Israelis knew about it somehow. So they blew up the building they were in and killed them all.
the next guy knows he has a target attacking him now or tracking him. And sure, sure. But here's the thing: when Trump gives that speech, he specifically says, "Iranian people, this is your moment to rise up." The problem is, most of the ones who rose up, or maybe not most of them, a lot of the ones who rose up were murdered, and the rest of them are like, I don't know if I really want to do that now.
Yeah.
If we had done this strike back when that was happening, maybe something changes.
Yeah, I mean, they still have the opportunity here, but they have to have the will and the motivation, the dedication to put their lives on the line.
Yeah.
And unfortunately, people just don't really have that will, especially if you've been oppressed for generations.
Well, they also don't have the means, man.
Yeah.
It's not like they're all strapped. This ain't America. There's not
That's why you
more
open up
guns
your
in
guns.
Iran than people, not on the streets.
Yeah.
So you're standing up against the Republican Guard, and with what? Your little "I support Khomeini" flag?
I'm sure the CIA is working on something, but yeah, I don't know. I think this whole thing is just a mess, and people are freaking out way too hard about it.
Well, look, man, this is like the 6th World War III I've lived through.
Yeah, it's amazing how many of those we've had.
Yeah, we've got to be up to like World War 15 at least. At least.
Oh well, it's World War III Part 8 or something. I don't know. It's fucking ridiculous.
Everybody, shut up. Okay.
There's been more World War IIIs than Hobbit movies at this point.
True. I'm okay with taking out the leader of Iran. And look, I don't think Iran would be. I know people put up the pictures from the 70s. Look how I think Iran would be a lot like Saudi Arabia without the Shias in charge.
Yeah, maybe the UAE.
Maybe,
probably not. It won't be a whole lot different. Let's be honest. They still are not going to like us very much. There's still going to be a lot of corruption because it's Middle East, and there's still going to be Islamic extremists.
If you look at the pictures from like the 70s of Iran, I mean, they got like women in bathing suits with their heads uncovered and stuff. And maybe they get back to that. Maybe there's a more Western take there, but I feel like overall, what little reform was happening within Islam has totally been lost. I did see today Saudi Arabia is not happy with Iran because Iran has been attacking them since this happened.
Oh yeah, because we've got people over there. So
no, they blame Saudi Arabia for letting us use their airspace, and they're like, we didn't let them do that, and you attack us again, we're attacking back.
Yeah, Saudi Arabia, the UAE, and somebody else in the region have been getting hit with. Oh, Jordan got hit with a couple, and I think Kuwait did too. So yeah, they're all pretty pissed off about this. And did you see Dubai? They had the big luxury hotel got hit.
No.
Oh yeah, it was on fire earlier today.
Islam has entrenched instead of reformed. True. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, that's the problem with extreme zealots. They tend to double down.
Iran, look, I get it. You know, you just got hit by Israel and the US, and you're like, quick, find somebody we might be able to hurt. But lashing out at your Muslim neighbors, probably not the smart way to play this.
Not going to go well. No.
Because if you want to talk about people who can, influence your people and smuggle, lots of weapons and shit to them, the people right next to you are probably those folks. Just saying.
Yeah.
The audacity of attacking Saudi Arabia over this. When I saw that, I was like, why? And then I saw their reasoning. I'm like, okay, let's say for argument's sake, Saudi Arabia did let us use their airspace. We wouldn't fucking need to.
Yeah.
We're in the Persian Gulf, which borders Iran, for fuck's sake. I'm guessing that would be the claims of the Jews coming over, that they had to some reason go through Saudi Arabia. But as far as the US, man, all we got to do is take off from the ship and land in Iran. We can see your beaches from our fucking ships. What are you talking about?
Yeah, plus we flew a bunch of stealth bombers from the United States over there. I mean, we could bomb them from almost from space.
It just seems to me that if you just got your ass kicked by the big guy, maybe turning to his rich friend and punching him in the eye is a bad idea.
It does seem like it, especially when most of your Air Force is decimated and almost all of your Navy is gone already. Shooting rockets at your neighbors, probably not a good idea. It's kind of like blaming your neighbors because you're shooting off fireworks. You blame your immediate next door neighbor when the cops show up.
Yeah.
Like, that doesn't mean they called. It could have been somebody half a block down the way that's really annoyed with you, dumbass.
Never been an isolationist. I like being a big player on the world stage instead of our enemies. I am a self-interest. That's how I play it.
Yeah,
I'm not an isolationist. I'm with you. Isolationism is actually kind of stupid. We could probably get away with it for a while, but we've seen what happens when the world is left to their devices.
Yeah, at some point, if you're a major power, you're going to be involved whether you like it or not. And a lot of people are giving the Brits shit about this for not jumping in and let us use their air bases. We don't need their air bases. Why is everybody talking about that? Stop giving the Brits shit. We didn't need their help for this.
Well, this is also proof that NATO needs us. We don't need them.
Yeah.
Yeah, because can't use our airspace. All right, fuck you.
Yeah.
We're going anyway.
We have the largest air force in the world. I think the third largest Air Force is the Navy. So I know we're in the top 5 for 2 different categories for air superiority. It's the Air Force itself and then the Navy.
Yeah.
So we don't particularly need other countries. If we needed them, we could have asked them. But even if they said no, we didn't really necessarily need them for an operation like this. We could just bomb them into oblivion. We could wipe their cities off the map. And if we needed an airport, we could always ask the Israelis.
We have top 2 air forces in the world. Top 2. Yeah. The reality is, I was just watching a thing, vlogging through history. I don't know if you know who he is.
I've heard the name.
He's a reaction channel that reacts to different history videos, or occasionally he'll do modern stories. Like he just reacted to Simon Whistler's video on Iran from a few days ago. So this is all pre this, right?
Oh, okay.
And they're talking about what the buildup means and everything. And Simon is talking about how the Iranian government, they're like, we will stand up to the big evil Satan. They basically strutting for their people, but how they've lost the support of their people. Because turns out when you get to see the rest of the world being at least as free as we are, Jack, and you're living under the thumb of a goat fucking asshole, you start to want what the other people have.
Yeah, it's one of the downsides of living under an oppressive regime. It's how we broke the Soviet Union. We had blue jeans and rock and roll. That's what really brought them down. They couldn't stop all the black market stuff.
And I just want to remind you, you guys can go find this video out there about how the U.S. accidentally, air quotes, took out half of Iran's Navy in a matter of hours. This goes back to, in the 80s, Jack, when, they were fucking around with us. And we decided we were going to blow up a couple of their ships. And we were so good at it that we accidentally, we weren't even trying to. We were just trying to punish them a little bit. We decimated their fucking Navy in a matter of moments.
Well, their Navy's kind of a joke to begin with compared to ours. Regionally, it is powerful, but
Well,
that's not saying much.
this so many thoughts going in my mind. Let me finish my other thought from a
sorry.
second ago. No, it was me. I got myself off track. In the vlogging through history thing, that both Simon and oh fuck, what's his name? Vlogging, we'll just call him that. Talk about how there's not going to be a ground war. There's this belief that you cannot win a war just from the air. You can. It depends on how willing you are to just carpet bomb everything.
Yeah, I mean, if you're willing to just annihilate every building, it's achievable. You just have to be willing to kill everybody.
You may not get a technical surrender, but you can render your enemy completely useless. We know where all of their fucking weapons and shit are. We can take them out with a series of, very strategic strikes. Strategic strikes. Yeah, those are good. I like, wait, they just start kind of similar. So my brain was like, that's redundant, but it's not. Michael, thank you. Proportional response. Yes, proportional response.
Proportional response is one of the dumbest phrases ever made by a leader. Like, what kind of stupid ass thing is that? No, you have to punish them for hitting you. You need to show them why they should attack you.
That to me is proportional, because everybody else, to everyone else, is like, if he punches you, you can punch him back. That's proportional. Like, no. If he punches me, the proportional response is to beat the fuck out of him so he never tries it again.
Yeah, you make him cry and wish he had ever thought of breathing in your general vicinity.
That is proportional, because if he hadn't started shit, it wouldn't be shit.
Exactly.
Anyhow, the other thing I wanted to talk about is, if you go back to, was it the Iraq War? I don't remember. There was some time when there was like, oh my God, we're going to get into it with Iran. And the news was losing their shit because Iran has the biggest military over there. Yes, they do. But compared to ours, it still ain't shit.
Yeah, over there where they throw rocks at each other.
Yeah. When we accidentally took out half their navy, they had like the biggest navy in the Gulf. Ooh, scurry.
Oh, scared. Oh, noes. Oh, noes.
They have the biggest army over there. And all 8 of them ain't going to do shit to us.
Right.
I hope for the Iranian people that they can get out from under these Shia goat fuckers. I really do. I'm not real hopeful about it, though. I don't have a lot of optimism about it, because, again, you need the people to rise up. That's what happened with the 79 takeover. It wasn't that the Russians didn't come in and take it over and then give it to the Ayatollah. There was maybe not a popular uprising, but there was an uprising that took over the government. Without the Iranian people doing that, without them having an uprising that takes over, all of this is just, I mean, they killed a guy who deserved to die. I don't know what else to say, though,
He was the astute Islamic scholar monkey.
Oh, you missed my last chat. Connect, the only one I see is Russia is now willing to accept a deal. Did I not read that one? I know I read it in my head. Did I not read it out loud?
I don't think you did.
Oh, Connect, I'm so sorry. He said Russia is now willing to accept a deal, and said you missed my last super chat. Thank you for both of those. I did read it. I just forgot to do it out loud. I apologize. Fuck, I hate my brain some days. All right.
I'm sorry. That's really funny.
It is funny, but
did I not do that out loud?
Way to brain, monk. I know. But that's what I actually did. I read that. That's why when I didn't I read that out loud? And as soon as I said those words, I'm like, oh, I didn't.
Thank you, Keldrick. I believe it's proportional responses. If they hit us with 10% of their power, we hit them with 10% of ours. What's that? 10% of our power? Turn them into a sheet of glass? Good. Don't fuck with us. Yeah. Like, I'm all for stopping these clowns from getting a nuke. That was largely what this was probably about.
Oh, it's absolutely what it was about. Trump even said so. I mean,
yeah, I'm so tired of people trying to make excuses for why it's okay for them to do what they're doing. You know, like, oh my God, no, Trump's just a big bad man. He's gonna get us into World War III. Stop panicking, you fucking clown.
Alan, thank you for becoming a member for month number 27. Says, morning, guys. Good morning.
Good morning.
And Matt, thank you. So, as you can see by the chart, the more you fuck around, the more you're going to find out.
Dude, that video is iconic. That is internet classic.
Let's talk about proportional responses, because this just popped in my brain with that. Oops, sorry. The donation that you just got. Mm-hmm. Do you remember that video? There's a kid in high school. He's sitting on a bench outside. They have the indoor-outdoor class kind of things. And there's a girl fucking with him, and she punches him in the face.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I just watched that again the other day.
And he stands up and punches her in the face. And they're like, oh, my God, I can't. That was a proportional response. She hit him in the face. He hit her back in the face. Was it actually even? No.
Doesn't need to be even. It was.
But it is proportional.
Yeah.
He did to her
what she hit him several times.
Yeah. Oh, that's true. I mean, he only needed the one hit to put her on her ass. But she's like, oh my God, I can't believe it. And there are people, can't believe he hit her. Well, there are times in our society where the little folk got that, little dog mentality. They think they're bigger than they are, and then the big dog has to, nip at them.
Yeah. That's because there's a lack of consequence for the majority of this type of behavior. We are taught these days to
hey, Scribbles.
Hey, Scribe, to ignore a lot of the yippers, but sometimes you can't, and sometimes you shouldn't. That's why we have a lot of the problems that we do, is there's no consequences for what they do. Look at Antifa getting all uppity. Only 2 people have been killed in those Minnesota conflagrations, but I don't really feel bad for those people. So you had 2 deaths. It's not a fascist state if only 2 of you got killed. Look at the Iranian citizens. How many of them were killed? At least 32,000 that we know of.
And they were just protesting. They weren't.
Yeah. They weren't even violent like Antifa or these ICE watchers. So, yeah, fuck off with that. People need to learn that there are consequences for their actions. The younger you learn it, the better off you're going to be in life.
I do want to read this tweet that I came across. It was a response to Hassan.
Oh, is it? Mr. Jack is so awesome.
No, it says, all this fear because Iran wants nuclear weapons. All Western countries have nuclear weapons. So why are the West and Iran being hypocritical?
Israel, you mean?
No, it says.
Oh,
here, I'll put it on the screen.
Iran's being hypocritical too?
I think they meant Israel, but it says Iran.
Oh, that's weird.
Yeah. Look, the guy's not intelligent. First of all, not all Western nations have nukes.
No.
There's 8 countries that have nukes?
Probably 10 now. I don't know. I know Israel's got nukes. The UK, we do. Russia, India, Pakistan, China.
Does France? I can't remember if they have them or not.
Yeah, France has some because they used to test them out in the ocean.
Oh, yeah.
That's
Spain,
9.
As far as I know, Spain doesn't. Canada doesn't.
No.
There's a lot of them that don't.
So we got at least 9 that we know have nukes.
But the idea, they have them. It's not the same when you're talking about Western countries having them and a Shia-ruled shithole like Iran having them. If Jack has a gun and he's walking down the street, it's not the same as if you gave that gun to a crazy dude who wants to kill everybody.
Yeah.
There's like, wait, they're both men. They both should have them, shouldn't they? That dude's running around with in his underwear with blood smeared all over him and begging for more ammo so he can kill more people. Should we give him a gun? They're both men.
Yeah, I don't do that very often, for the record. Yeah, it doesn't make a lot of sense. The logic is severely flawed that they're using.
It is.
And it's a bit tiresome, because how many times do you say, no, that's stupid? Religious zealots should not get big boomy things. And we all learned this with the Tokyo subway gassing, where they murdered a bunch of people so they could start an apocalypse. How many times do we have to watch religious kooks kill people before we're like, maybe they shouldn't have that?
Scribble says a nuclear weapon held by an apocalyptic death cult, believing they have. Oh, excuse me. I'm burping. I apologize for doing that when I'm reading what you said. Have a divine warrant to commit genocide is a bit different. Yeah, no, but no. Hey. Country A has nukes, so country B should.
It's part of the mentality of all cultures are beautiful and equal, and that's just not true. And again, I can point to a dozen examples of religious zealots murdering people. There was the poisoning by the Indian cult up in Oregon or Washington State. They'd basically taken over a town and started poisoning people that disagreed with them so they could run things from their compound. It was crazy. The Tokyo subway gassing, which I think was ricin or something similar. All the various Muslim extremist groups that are trying to murder people constantly, Boko Haram. I mean, the list goes on and on.
No,
and it's always because they have a divine mandate to do so.
Country A has bombed, therefore country B should too.
That doesn't make any damn sense, though. Not all countries are equal. These people are functioning with a barbarian 7th century mentality.
No, all cultures are equally valid, man.
Well, that's the dumbest fucking thing I've ever heard.
Vixen, thank you. Don't fuck with France. They have nuclear warning shot policy. Oh, fuck. And thank you, good little Ayatollah. Stupid Muhammad, I thought when I died I'd get 72 human virgins, still just goats here, and they don't know how to please a man at all. Have to Jack. Thank you for that, feminist $12. Appreciate it.
Thank you.
I saw a great meme on Twitter is that the Ayatollah, when he gets to heaven, gets his 72 versions, and it's just 72 Nick Fuentes.
Yeah, I retweeted that earlier too. Oh man, that was good.
All right, I want to switch a little bit because I really haven't been paying a lot of attention to news and politics. I've been watching more cultural stuff.
Oh,
and real quick, Chuck Flea, thank you so much. Myron Gaines X says Epic Fury is an epic fumble. Myron Gaines is a balding retard. I just want to throw that out there. I have nothing else to add to that, but
well, look, a lot of people are freaking out over this, and I wish they'd stop because this is not World War III. This is not the big deal. They said the same thing with the same freakouts over Venezuela. We took out people that are a threat to regional stability and our national interest.
But before we took Maduro out, they were doing that with Venezuela. Just with us bombing drug dealers. They were like, he's going to start World War III over bombing drug dealers.
Yeah, it's just not. That's not true. First of all, most of these countries can't retaliate, really. Might be a few terror attacks, but that'd be about it. They're not capable of the same type of proportional response we are. And on top of that, they are an existential threat to us in a lot of ways. First of all, Iran is supplying refined gasoline to China and some oil, which they're also getting from Russia, but that's a whole other problem. And as long as we're not sending mass amounts of troops into Iran, I really don't give a shit that we blew up some dirt country. Okay, I don't care about Iran. They are one of the major sponsors of terrorism around the world, and they oppress their own people with their dictatorial religious kookiness. Remember, these people, they are 12ers, which is a select cult of Shia, and it says in their belief system that they have to create the environment for the apocalypse in order for Muhammad to or for Allah to create the whole piece of the end times. They
Thank you,
have to
Travis.
set the stage for that. That's crazy.
Thank you, Travis Gardner, who says it's Paddington. I'm assuming that's the name of the kitty on the screen right now. Travis sent this to me. Look how cute that kitty is.
That is an adorable kitty. He looks so comfy too.
That is that's a cat who knows he's safe right there.
Yeah.
Belly exposed, paws up, sleeping. That's a very safe kitty.
Yeah, that's a happy kitty.
Jack, do you know who the Carter family is?
The blues band or the bluegrass band from the 20s and 30s?
No. Sorry, it's Cartier family. My bad. I pronounced it wrong.
Cartier? No.
It's these gentlemen right here. It's actually two other guys as well. There's some of the reaction folks that I watch, and the way I watch reaction stuff is I tend to binge watch certain people, and then I'll come back a couple months later and binge and catch up. And these are some guys I've been following for a long time. They used to do music reactions, and they've moved on since to doing more political stuff, which is kind of a pattern with a lot of the folks who used to do the music stuff. They've all moved into responding to like political videos.
Oh.
And oddly, most of them are pretty right wing. And as you might have noticed, they're not honkies.
Huh.
Yeah, weird, right?
Yeah. I'm sure there's a lot of people giving them crap about that right now.
I wanted to highlight this one. They do several videos on black fatigue, and for the record, I don't have black fatigue. I have stupid fatigue.
Yeah, well, that seems to be what black fatigue has come to mean. Is like they can't use the other word.
I guarantee you, for every video you can give me that gives you black fatigue, I can show you a video of a white woman who pissed me off.
Yeah, you just grab a Walmart video.
Yeah, I mean,
or type in the phrase "trailer park."
There's a whole lot more white women than there are even black people. So let's just make sure we're proportionate here.
Oh my god, like Starbucks freakouts. Oh, I have never hated white women more than watching some of those Starbucks snobs have a little meltdown.
I wanted to highlight this video in particular, though, because there's these three black women who end up catching felony charges of assaulting police officers over $1.
Oh, I've seen this one. This is
Yeah.
a great video. I saw the uncut footage. I didn't know people were reacting to it.
They're reacting, and these guys try very hard to be respectful. Like the women in these videos are, in this video, how can I put this? Gelatinous. They are planet-sized women wearing clothes meant for like my granddaughters.
Yeah.
There is fat and sweat flopping everywhere during this thing. And there's a moment where in the video, the cop says something to the effect of, we need to roll her over. And that was it. They could not help it anymore. They didn't start cracking jokes, but they all lost it. And that's this moment right here. Because they were trying so hard not to mention their weight at all, because they're trying to be respectful, and they are way nicer guys than I am.
Having watched this whole thing, these cops were incredibly professional through the whole thing. They even tried to resolve the situation with one of the cops saying, "Look, I'll give you $1." And she didn't want it. It wasn't enough anymore. She wanted more.
Yeah. So guys, these women ordered a pizza from their local gas station. That sentence makes me sad. And they go down to get it, and I forget what the dollar is, but they had to pay an extra dollar for what they wanted. They're, no, I'm not paying that dollar. And that's literally what the whole thing was about. They wouldn't pay the extra dollar. And then
If I
they
remember,
refused to.
sorry.
Oh, go ahead. No.
Oh, if I remember correctly, they had bought a pizza there and it was cold, and they brought it back and they wanted a new one, but they wanted like something added on to it, and they wanted it for free. It was like $1 difference, if I remember correctly.
Yeah, so the whole thing is over a goddamn dollar.
Yeah.
And they end up getting trespassed from the store because the store's like, we're not giving you your money back, and we're not giving you the pizza without you paying. And on their way out, they decide to have a little criminal mischief in front of police officers.
Yeah, well, they were doing it before that too, so they're not smart people, but they just escalated and escalated constantly as if there was going to be no consequence whatsoever. And what gets me is they ate some of the pizza, said it was cold, and brought it back, and it was like 20 or 30 minutes later. It wasn't like right away. So they're having a hissy fit over partly eaten pizza that they were already going to be compensated for.
And then they decided to hit the police as the police were trying to gather them up.
Yeah. So they were trashing the place inside. It was just ridiculous.
Caught felony charges over $1.
Yes.
How dumb do you have to be?
I mean, obviously very stupid. These are not Nobel Prize laureates by any stretch of the imagination, but why is it that we have to put up with stupidity on a regular basis? These people should have learned consequences early on in their life. Their parents failed them.
I'll keep that on the screen so people know who we're talking about and can go watch. I love these guys. They are funny as shit. There's 5 of them, but they only rotate 3 in at a time now for their videos.
That's probably easier. Otherwise, you end up talking over each other. And
my one problem with them, the YouTube recommended me the Willie Mack video, and I already watched it. But I like Willie, and I can't do much else. I'll watch this again. It was the one on Candace Owens.
Oh,
where Willie points out that Candace, one of her talking points of why Tyler Robinson couldn't have been the killer of Charlie Kirk is because in his messaging, he said the word vehicle instead of car. That's a real talking point from Candace Owens, you guys, because nobody says vehicle. Willie does a great job when he has this point because he actually does a montage of Candace Owens saying vehicle, which nobody does.
Yeah.
Which nobody does. But I remember when I watched it the first time and rewatching it, I was like, does that matter to anyone? And then I watched these guys and one of their videos on Candace. And they say, I don't really know, but she does bring up some good points. And one of the good points is the vehicle thing.
Oh my God.
Now, in Willie's video, because Candace, in her thing, she shows a video of Tyler Robinson interacting with police from like a year or 2 ago. And he says the word car in that one. And then she cuts off the video. No, she cuts off the video and Willie plays the rest of the video. And like a minute later, he uses the word vehicle.
Oh my God.
Which nobody ever does.
Who does that? Is he a lizard person?
So it was at that point when I was like, oh my God, there are people who actually listen to that crazy bitch and think that she's intelligent.
It seems to be sadly, unfortunately true that there are a lot of people that listen to that crazy bitch.
That is a major talking point. It broke my heart a little bit, man.
Yeah. Real quick. Thank you, Johnny Hellcat. I was talking to a car sales lady, to a car sales lady who was telling me as a manager of a Dairy Queen, someone tried to stab a line cook over a fake coupon for $2 off a Blizzard.
Mm.
That's That's kooky. That person should be locked up for life because they're unable to integrate into society. First of all, $2 off a Blizzard. No, Dairy Queen's never making that coupon ever. That's dumb. Use your logic.
When I worked at Walmart, this is in the heyday of when people would make fake coupons on the internet.
Yeah.
We had several people try to use ones that were, for really like the free Xbox. That was one that actually went around.
Yeah, we had those at GameStop too.
Like, that's not real. Get that the fuck out of here. They claim that a cop or a serviceman would say vehicle and not car. Vehicle and car are so interchangeable.
Yeah.
I hear it all the time, people in the same conversation. And that's what happened in that Tyler Robinson video. He uses both.
Yeah, it's not uncommon.
But again, in Willie's video, he shows a montage of Candace. It's got to be at least a dozen times using the word vehicle and not talking about the Tyler Robinson thing. Vehicle. Nobody ever says vehicle. They always say car. But this is the woman who thinks it's architecture.
How very macabre of you.
Very macabre.
I have a HEDOC, so I'm going to take some ice brine for my HEDOC. If not, I'll call an ambulance and have them pick me up at the library.
Yes. Connect, thank you. Candace sounds smart because she doesn't speak Ebonics. I think she would sound smarter with Ebonics.
I think she'd sound smarter if she did semaphore.
The bitch actually says architecture. Repeatedly. It's not like she fucked it up once. This is the bitch who mispronounced her own name.
I've done that before. I can't say anything about that.
I have never mispronounced Frank. You've mispronounced Jack?
No, my last name I've mispronounced because
she mispronounced Candace.
That's kind of messed up.
That
wounds me. I feel so devastated.
The woman is an idiot. And it bothers me that she's had such a cultural impact.
Yeah, I know.
She got more shit when she first slides herself into the right by people like us who were like, what about social autopsy? And I don't give Ben Shapiro a lot of shit, but I do blame him for her rise. Because
I think he blames himself for her rise too.
Yeah, and he should, because thanks, Ben.
Let's get hired more there, dude.
It's yeah. She was an idiot back then, and she's still an idiot today. But for some reason, there's a Jack. Can you explain that to me?
Well, if you X nicely, I will.
It was a debacle. Yeah, man. That woman is debacle. That woman's so fucking dumb. What bothers me more though is that is a talking point that these guys like, there's stuff that hasn't been explained, like vehicle, and it really did. It hurt my soul to hear that said out loud. That people fell for that dumbass talking point. Even if you don't have her on video saying vehicle 100 times, even if you don't have Robinson saying vehicle in the same one where, look, he only says car, you should have enough experience talking to other human beings that you've seen and heard the word vehicle used in place of car constantly.
Yeah.
Anyway, yeah. But this is Candace Owens, so it just hurts me that people believe in that ignorant bitch. I am going to throw these guys into chat because they really are funny. Check them out. They had some of the greatest music reactions back in the day, too. It's why I still follow them. Wait, why does that say subscribe? I should be subscribed to these guys. Fucking YouTube. I just had to subscribe. Look, I did, guys.
That's
I don't want to be. I don't want them to wait. Why did that take this off my screen?
I don't know.
Da 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 da. Got to put the kitty cats back up. But we're doing that one today. All right. What else did I want to talk about? There was other shit going on, but I don't remember it all, Jack. I've had some rough days where thinking has not been at the top of my priority list.
I have entire years like that, buddy. I understand. It's overrated.
That's fair.
Melanie Mack got married.
To who? Was it Jeremy?
No, he's all salty about it from what I can tell. No, some cosplayer who's an engineer in real life, but yeah, he's like a big time cosplayer. So I don't know who he is. He's a very muscular fella.
How old is he?
He's got to be at least in his late 30s, I would guess. So around the same age as her.
All right, good for her. I mean, I wish him well.
Yeah, absolutely. Little
I do want to
hit it, but you know,
I want to offer him a little bit of advice. There's an episode of Friends where Joey says something stupid and Chandler's response to him is, "You have to stop with the Q-tip when there's resistance." And in this case, I want to advise that gentleman, I've heard your wife's voice. Keep pushing. Just all the way in, and you should have a decent life.
But no, smoking 2 packs a day for about a year should be
yes.
Even that out. Fugi said Elijah Schaefer's been crashing out. Must be a day ending in Y.
Why is he crashing out now? His gay sexcapades come to light? Oh wait, are we not supposed to talk about that?
I don't know. I don't know the rules on all that.
On your screen right now is Valkyrie.
Oh, this bitch, man.
She's been in the news in the drama sphere lately because the other day her brother died. And she took that moment to come up onto the internet and shit on him.
I could not believe she dumped her purse out like this. Like, personal stuff is going to come out occasionally when you're streaming all the time. I mean, we've talked about our personal lives a little bit here and there, but this is some serious, like, dumping your purse out on the coffee table of a stranger's house.
Yeah,
like, seriously.
I don't think she ever tells us what her brother supposedly did to her, and I don't know.
He probably called her fat one time or something like that.
Well, when she's telling, because she tells this story about how her mom called and said to her, "You need to forgive him." And she's like, "Well, now, of course I have to because he's dead."
I hold grudges against dead people. So,
yeah, my grandma can rot in hell. But doing it a couple of days after he dies and like you said, dumping out your purse like that. Yeah, if you want to do that, that's fine. It's not how I would go. But a lot of people were like, this is kind of fucked up.
Yeah, it really is. Especially because she doesn't say what it is. It's got to be minor.
Gigi, thank you. But Monk, Egyptian Airlines, French women peeing, and the kites. Those are the real sticking points in the wider... Excuse me. I think that's supposed to be discussion. That says percussion. Oh, I get you.
Those are the real sticking posts in the wider percussion.
Thank you. She's Carmine Jr. from The Sopranos, I swear. Yeah, she's not very smart. Yeah, the Egyptian airplane. There was an Egyptian airliner. Okay.
The Egyptian airliner thing, so fucking dumb.
That woman is a moron, man. It's not even a good kid. Anyway. So anyway, in this video, not the one that's on the screen, but this is from Pegasus's video.
Yeah.
Valkyrie goes on with Cutie Cinderella. And Valkyrie says, maybe I shouldn't have done that.
You think?
And that's when Cutie's like, nah, fuck that. Fuck everybody who says anything bad about you. I'm paraphrasing, but it's another one of those times. Barely.
It's barely a paraphrase.
Yeah. They're just being mean to us because we're us. It's like, no, you did something that's kind of socially unacceptable. I mean, it's your brother, and I don't know what you went through, but having watched you talk about it, I'm just going to be real honest here. You didn't seem upset about anything he did. You didn't say what he did. Look, if he touched her when she was a little girl, I would totally get her opinion here.
Yeah, but
you know what I mean?
She wasn't angry. She was just like mildly perturbed.
Yeah.
Like he had said something that probably made her mad, like you suck or something like that. Said she wasn't good at something. It sounds like the type of petty stuff that a self-centered bitch would be really upset about, but nobody else in the wider world would hold a grudge against their brother for.
She's trying to come to grips with it and be like, yeah, I probably shouldn't have done that online. And the correct response there is, right, you shouldn't have. It's not a good look to go, especially your brother. And you're like, if he would have just said sorry when he was alive, then we could have had a relationship. Oh, okay, that's fine. But you choose just days after he's dead when your mom probably at least is going to tune in a little bit, right? And you're like, fuck you, dead kid.
And like her mom's already upset. This was like 24 hours after the guy died. And you're bitching and moaning about him, but kind of bad mouthing your mom at the same time. And the guy had kids. Do you think those kids aren't going to be shown this video by somebody that hates you later down the line, or they're not going to stumble across a commentary channel about it at some point? You're not exactly a small channel, lady. You're a fucking asshole.
My grandmother treated me like shit my whole life over shit that was not my fault. You know what I didn't do? Talk shit either before or after she died to my dad about his mother.
Yeah, that's as that one guy said, that's crass.
Yeah. But I just love the cutie Cinderella take on this. Because where's I want to get her on the screen from this podcast. Oh, there we go. She's looking pearlish. She didn't put on all of her. No, I'm totally pretty, guys. Makeup.
Yeah, she looks like kind of frumpy here. This is not a flattering outfit. Her makeup sucks.
No, I don't need you, Peg. I'm just giving him the. This woman's 34 years old. I want the close up of Cutie because she looks rough. Damn you! It's right there on the bottom of the screen when I get right here.
Yeah.
Oh, there we go. Yeah, there we go. And look, I'm conceited, but you named yourself Cutie.
Yeah, she at least be. She probably was cuter back in the day because she's in her mid-30s too. I think. Like she's not an ugly woman. She's just very
plain.
Average. Yeah,
she's plain.
Yeah, and she looks better with the glasses on, so she should leave those on and leave your hair down.
She looks better when she puts on all the makeup so she doesn't look like herself.
Yeah. I mean, you got to cake that shit on like you're in Mission Impossible, lady. Come on. Valkyrie's okay looking too, but her looks are starting to go, and she's gonna get fat soon. Let's be honest.
She ain't gonna get fat. Hassan ain't gonna put a baby in there.
No, but just natural. Like she's going to approach that point where she realized how much of her life she's wasted and how much she wished she had a child, and she'll take that out on a buffet.
I just wanted to bring this up, one, because of the overwhelming narcissism of Cutie Cinderella.
Yeah.
Her meltdown over Valkyrie just saying, hey, yeah, I kind of fucked that up, is impressive to watch.
These people are so narcissistic. It's disturbing.
More than that, I just wanted to point out that streamers who aren't us are bad people.
That's true. We are pretty awesome. Like, share, and subscribe.
Speaking of streamers who aren't us, you and I talked about this offline. I finally went and checked in on the AAA guys, which it's not AAA now. What is it?
Double Barrel, I believe.
Double Barrel.
Yeah.
They parted ways with Polly, so now it's just Sin and Drunkle. Check them out. Still like those guys. Haven't got to speak to them in a long time. But yeah, it was cool to see them. I'm trying to do this nicely. To see them revamp their show. Good for them, and I wish them all the luck in the world for it.
Yeah, it seemed to be a decision long time in the making, and it looks like there was some falling out. I don't know the story about it. I don't really give a shit. But if everybody's doing their own thing and everybody's happy, cool.
Yeah. So
I wish everybody the best. I hope everybody had a good time.
From Ghost Poo to AAA to now, what was it? Double Barrel?
Double Barrel, yeah.
Double Barrel. Those guys have been here almost as long as us, and yeah, I love those two. So I wish them well. I really do.
Yeah, it seems like they're doing pretty decent numbers. So give them a check.
It always sucks if you're a fan of the work and there's a team involved when the team breaks up.
Yeah. It sucks enough for the people on the show.
Sure.
Because it's a dynamic that you've developed over time. And then if you're a fan, man, that's just such a kick in the teeth because it could be really sudden that like that one guy that left Midnight's Edge. I really liked him, but then they had that whole thing with Mecha Random and he was dating her at the time. So they lost him. And thankfully they dropped Mecha because she was terrible on the show. And it kind of hurt the dynamic for a while. And now even Tom Connors doesn't seem to do a lot except maybe some live streams.
Yeah, and the one thing that I have hope for those two for though is they've seemed dedicated to their show the whole time.
Mm-hmm.
Bear had to leave for personal reasons.
Yeah.
Ghastly left for professional reasons. I look, guys, I only know what Sin said on the stream, so I don't exactly know why Polly left. But the core of that has always been those two.
Yeah.
And I think they'll probably still do pretty well for themselves based on that.
Yeah, I think so. Sometimes the change is good, sometimes it's not. And so we'll see. It seems
let's be honest, Drunkle's the funny one. That's what we tune in for. I love you, Sin, but Drunkle's the funny one. You're the straight man in that group, and the two of you work very well together. But
they have a good dynamic, so it's a very Abbott and Costello kind of thing.
Yeah.
So I wish them the best. I don't have anything really to add other than the show seems to be pretty good. They seem to have a pretty good format going, so we'll see. Go give them a check if you're interested. If you haven't been checking it out already. We're a little late to the game because, I have shit to do, so I don't have a whole lot of time for long podcasts.
They're a great duo. They absolutely are. Yeah, absolutely. Mark, you ever going to play Schedule 1 again? Tyler has major updates coming. I haven't played since before the Cartel update. I probably will play it again because I had a lot of fun with it, but it's one of those that I've got to be in the mood for. Like I've been meaning to play Kebab Chef again for a long time. They've had massive updates to that, and I finally loaded it up the other day. Schedule 1 is on my to play list, but a lot of the updates aren't things that I'm really excited about. So, no offense. Every time I drop in, Sin is talking about his many donations. I'm not even aware of what that is. I haven't watched the show. The only reason I tuned in is because you told me that Polly had left, so I went to see what was going on. And I watched the beginning of the show, but like you, I watch so many things that a 2-hour podcast just probably isn't going to happen.
Yeah, I try and keep up on the news so that I can be almost as informed as you. So I have something slightly intelligent to add to the conversation when I'm not being a sarcastic dick. And I keep up on the fat girl drama. So I watch a couple reaction channels to make fun of Amberlynn Reed and Foodie Beauty, because I hate those two with the passion of 1,000 suns. But otherwise, I got real life shit to do. I have that stuff on in the background when I'm doing, like, I'm running 3 channels and trying to get videos done. I've got real life shit to do. There's only so many hours in a day, and I just, if I have time to listen to a podcast, I'll find it, but I just don't have a lot of spare time for that. Plus, I'm trying to get the book done, and I got all this other shit going on. So, yeah, I just don't have time.
Yeah. Anyway, there was something else I wanted to talk about, and I don't remember what it was, Jack.
Was it about how awesome we are? Oh, I know. Because Sid complains or talks about his donations. You guys should give us all your money so we can talk about our donations.
Yeah, give us all his donations, and then he can't talk about them.
Yeah, then he'll have more time for the show content.
I like Sin, but he's slow to innovate. I can't throw a stone there, my friend. My innovation over the last 5 years is putting cats on the screen.
Here's a funny thing.
Before you get to that, I did get a comment on the last stream that said, I'm sorry, I tried, but I can't listen to this guy, or this guy's boring, or something like that. I'm out. I'm like, oh, wow. Ouch.
Oh, ouch. Was that directed at me?
I think it was me, because the first hour of that one you weren't on it. So
we're not boring.
To whoever you are, I appreciate that you tried to watch.
Yeah, your effort was a valiant one. And we recommend a guy named Darkside Phil.
Like, damn, man.
Speed. Or the quartering.
I don't look, I know I'm not for everybody, and this format isn't for everybody. Yeah. I'll be honest with you. My format isn't for me. I don't think I could listen to, again, I don't listen to podcasts.
We have a format?
I mean, in the most vague version of that word. In a version of that word that Candace Owens would mispronounce.
Yeah. Well, all right. The format is we're gonna have a conversation.
It's a formate. Thank you, JB. Speaking of lolcows, check out Andy Ditch Beyond Infuriating. Andy Ditch. I'll check it out.
Andy Ditch. That name sounds familiar. Yeah, I'll look into it. So I've been kind of keeping up on the drama stuff. It's like, all right, I've had to do some home repair stuff that I'm not very good at. So while I've been screwing that up on an epic level, I've been trying to listen to the drama casts, because I really want Amberlynn Reed to fail miserably in life. Well, I came across Foodie Booty because she got kicked out of the local mall on her scooter, and she went like First Amendment auditor on them. Like, they're like, you can't record in here because she's at a mall. It's a private establishment. Right. Did you see any of this?
No. Real quick, Michael, thank you. Format, someone calls Scribbles. No, I didn't see. Thank you for that, Michael. No. Guys, you can record like public servants and stuff in public. Yeah. You cannot record in a private establishment without permission.
Yeah, there are weird rules about that. And she's in Canada, so there's even more strict regulation on it. Like here in the States, there's a lot of people that just go out and try and push the boundaries of what they can do and see if the locals will respond and how the cops are going to react. Yeah. But you can, here in the States, you have what's called freedom of panorama. It comes from the old days of the British when you could paint buildings and it wasn't a crime because anything your eyes could see, you can record. So she's doing her live stream in the mall, and it was bugging a lot of people because she's filming them and apparently possibly talking about some of them. And a lot of people were complaining. So security said, hey, you can't film in here. And they had told her previously about this. So this time they throw her out and they said, you're banned for 24 hours. Well, they have to escort her off mall property. That's pretty standard in security work. You escort somebody off the property because you can't trust them to go on their own. Because if they're already breaking one rule, they'll break another one.
Sure.
So they follow her out to the parking lot. She's like, "This is public. Why are you following me? You fucking idiots." She starts telling the one guy how small his penis is and stuff like that. And they're like, "You need to get off the property." "Oh, this is the public?" "No, it's not. This is her property. Get off."
Well, real quick, that is something else. Most parking lots are not public parking lots; they are privately owned too.
Yeah, it's part of the property. Look, especially at like a mall or a shopping center, that's their property. You're on. It is open to the public, but if you're asked to leave, you still have to leave.
Yep.
Unless it's a government facility of some kind or a government parking lot, they can kick you out all day long. And you see a total shift when she's like, "What are you gonna do? Call the cops?" And like they're already on their way. And then that's when she kind of like started moving a little quicker. But she was on her little mobility scooter. And I was like, you drove your mobility scooter to the mall. What are you doing? That's where you go to get your food all the time. She's in there like every fucking day. So
well, they got all that fried food at the food court, man.
Yeah, food courts are delicious. That's why they're awful for you. So why would you risk getting like perma banned from the place right down from where you live? It was funny too because like a few weeks before that, her scooter died on her and she had to push it home, and I thought she was gonna die. But man, don't sit there and argue with the security guard about what property they're on. Just fucking leave. It's not that hard. Why are you trying to create more problems for yourself? Seriously.
Gigi, thank you. Did you see any of the stuff regarding Epstein and Michael Jackson? Turns out Neverland Ranch was a safe haven for kids that Michael was able to prevent Epstein from getting a hold of, and they darboed him for it. I have not seen any of that. Look, I've told you guys before, watching the Razor Fist stuff on Michael, I think Michael got a really, really, really bad rap. Was he weird? Sure. Was he touching kids? There's literally no evidence of it. And the people who have made those claims, calling them highly questionable is being overly generous. They're lying scumbags is what they are. I mean, when Corey Feldman, who famously came out and went, he fucked me in the butt. And all of Hollywood went, what? No, we can't hear what you're saying. And he's like, no, Michael was not like that at all. That's pretty good intel, I would say, Jack, from somebody who isn't afraid to actually speak up, that maybe Michael wasn't touching kids.
Yeah. Look, I fully admit I don't know, but the evidence is not in the favor of the accusers.
Again,
they're unreliable narrators. Every accuser is some sort of scumbag. So I don't think
that they point to as proof is like, he had the kids sleep in his bedroom. His bedroom literally was the size of my home, my 4-bedroom house.
Until you pointed out how big that bedroom was, and I had to look it up, I never would have imagined he had a bedroom that big.
Yeah.
It's like an auditorium. It was freaking huge.
Thank you, Silver Teardrop, for becoming a member for month number 32. Thank you so very much. Is that the hug emoji?
Nice.
Hug you back. Not a big hugger, but I'd give you a bro hug. Don't you black and white me. Stop it. No, I really do think Michael got a really bad rap. Whether or not he was a safe haven for people with that seems like Hollywood movie kind of shit.
Yeah.
I think Michael was more just a giant kid who wanted other kids to have a happy time.
Yeah, watching people who had really miserable childhoods with and they get a lot of money, they tend to try and like revert back to that and escape into it. And it makes you very, very weird.
It was Kanye who told us, once you get famous, that's where your childhood ends, or that's where your maturity ends.
Yeah.
Michael got famous when he was what, 8, 10?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And look at some of the songs that they had him singing. They were very mature themed.
Mm-hmm.
So he had to grow up pretty quickly, and it sounds like his dad was a real piece of shit. So probably not the best home life.
Yeah, and if you look up I do highly recommend. There's 3 videos that Razor did on Michael Jackson concerning the Leaving Neverland or Escaping Neverland, whatever the stupid fucking title of that bullshit HBO show was, where they go through and he talks about all the people involved in their, again, questionable backgrounds, their questionable claims. Watch it and judge for yourself. So Michael was protecting kids from the Epstein shit. How much did Michael know about the Epsteins? Is this in the files? Again, I have not gone through the files. There's so much in there.
Oh yeah, it's insane.
I know Bering has been going through it. He's been having a good time just looking up people in it. And you'd be shocked how many people are in the Epstein files that are people you wouldn't expect to be in the Epstein files. But it's because they're mentioned in like an email or something.
Yeah.
Like I saw Don Lemon on TV. That's not a real example, but I saw Don Lemon on TV and like, oh look, Don Lemon's in the Epstein files. So
Well, JF Garapi's in the files, and apparently Epstein made fun of him.
JF Garapi probably killed his wife. So
yeah, he planted that potato, dude.
He did. Do you think little retards grew out of it?
I think that's how they're born. Like there was like an alpha tard, and it spawned the other ones when they died.
Canadian police, I'm just going to help you out on this. You have a missing person case. Go look around the area that JF was living in at that time. I don't know if he's still there. And look for a wild potato patch. And start digging.
Yeah, or if you see a tree that looks kind of like a special needs, like it has an extra tree chromosome, maybe check under that.
It's got downsy knots.
Yeah. It's all disfigured and like.
Now I need somebody to make me a downsy tree.
Dear Grok.
I wonder what Grok would say if you asked it to make you a downsy tree.
Oh, he moved. Oh.
Of course he did. He's leaving the scene of the crime. Allegedly. I don't know that he killed his wife. I'm just pretty sure he did.
Oh, he's got Facebook moms investigating him. They need to get like 4chan on the case. Those guys will solve it in no time.
Yeah, it's I can't believe he got away with it. I really can't. Canadian, I mean, they still call their police the mounted police. I mean,
guys on horseback are cooler automatically because you have a horse, but they have a better reputation than their skill level, I think.
Which is cooler, a horse or a motorcycle?
Well, they're kind of the same thing.
They're not.
It's just an age period, like 1800s, horses were motorcycles.
Yeah, but now we're not in 1800 anymore, so they need to upgrade.
I don't know where Canada's at on linear time scale of development. I haven't been there in like a decade, so actually 20 years.
Oh, they're in the downsy range.
Well, they're getting there. I feel bad for Canada. They're going in the wrong direction.
I did see that they've had massive spikes in their population over the last several years. They used to be, California used to have more people than Canada, but Canada's had some major spikes, largely from our shitty people moving up there. Sorry, guys, but you guys started that in the revolution. It's your own fault.
Canada was trying so hard to hang on and still be cool, and then a bunch of our douchebag hippies go up there. Sorry, Canada. Sorry. Plus, they did open their military up to foreigners, so there'll be a lot of Chinese there soon.
Blue Eyed said chicks like horses. Yeah, put them on a Harley and rev it and see which one they like more.
Well, they also like the spin cycle, the dryer. So.
Yeah, tight jeans and a motorcycle, and she's a happy gal. Just saying. It's
hard to compete with that though, because you got like 4,000 pounds of weight under you, and it's all muscle.
I feel ambivalent towards horses. I like them. I've even rode a horse before, but it's a giant beast that can, throw you off and turn you into Superman, and that's not as cool as it sounds.
That's what women like, bad boys. Just saying.
Yeah, you're not wrong. I mean, they are beautiful and everything, and but give me a machine over a wild animal any day. I'm just saying. I like modernity.
Modernity?
Modernity. I'm embracing my inner Candace, or Candace. I'm not even trying.
Fair.
I like my modernity. Now I can't even say it wrong. You fucked me up, bro.
Sorry. U.S. Central Command just released a statement. 3 of our service members have been killed in action, 5 seriously wounded from shrapnel. Sounds like probably one of those drone strikes on Bahrain, but there's not a lot of official word.
Oh, Iran hitting back.
Yeah, they were doing some drone attacks on some of our bases. So we lost a couple boys or ladies, depending on.
That was the other thing I wanted to talk about. Look, Iran, I get the notion of even when you're outnumbered, even when you're clearly going to lose, giving the middle finger to the guy you're fighting. I get it. I do.
Yeah.
I mean, fuck, that's what our national anthem is based on. I mean,
yeah.
Like, fuck you. However, in this instant, I'm just not a good idea. Because remember, when you guys shot down our drone back in Trump's first administration, the reason he didn't strike you guys back is because you hadn't killed any of us. If you think this is going to go over well,
got some bad news for you.
Yeah, Stephen Miller got a boner when he got that news. I'm just going to be honest with you.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure John Bolton got a boner.
Yeah, Marco's like, I got to be a man again.
We're going to put Marco in charge of this country too.
Thank you, Michael. It's just time for a proportional response. True. And thank you for your one before that. Most of Canada's population growth is from Indians flying in to attend fraudulent diploma mills. It's an actual issue. Fuck, man. Well, just call them first
we
people.
Used to have that here.
It'll stop.
Wrong kind of Indian.
Then you guys can just bury them outside of churches. I'm going to hell. To the servicemen who lost their lives, rest in peace to the families. God, fuck. Mom always was worried about that call, man. Especially during the shit the Ayatollah was pulling back then, and I can't imagine.
Well, on the upside, we're eliminating a lot of their leadership, so maybe it'll make some of them make better decisions. Look, this war was this is even a war, but this skirmish was a long time coming.
Oh, yeah.
They've been delaying it since, the first Bush administration?
No, I would say they've been delaying this since 79.
Yeah, well, Carter. Yeah, Carter was a fuck up.
Since the Shia uprising, since they got rid of the Shah, and they're like, no, it's our country now. Look, trying to install the Shah was probably the wrong idea, but the response to it, letting the goat fuckers take full control probably wasn't the way to go.
Yeah. Well, and Carter was a pussy.
Carter was a pussy.
Especially with like the nuclear ambitions that they had. That everything we did up until now was just delaying this.
Yes.
And I think Trump was getting sick of it. They make hollow promises that they're never intending to keep. And then when everybody acts all shocked when they don't follow through. Like, oh, we were going to delay and not enrich anything, but you caught us again. How many times can you do that?
Thank you, Gigi. The first target for the U.S. Navy wasn't Iran's ships. It was their former F-14s that Iran kept together with duct tape and self-tapping screws.
Right? Like their Air Force was held together with Bondo and hopes and dreams.
Thank you, good little Dem. Now that the foreign dictators are gone, I hope Trump doesn't turn inward to take out governors and mayors. I hope he... Oh, wait, no, I don't want to say that. Even as a joke, that one will get us in trouble. No, I think the legal side is how you deal with those assholes.
Yeah. It wouldn't surprise me if like Ilhan Omar gets deported or something like that. Denaturalized at least. She should, because she's a liar and she lied on her paperwork.
She lied on her paperwork somewhere, yeah. But fuck that bitch. Iran, that was look, I get it. I do, the rebel in me understands that you need to fire back. The pragmatist in me is like, are you fucking retarded? You just killed U.S. servicemen? Are you fucking retarded?
Yeah, they are though. I would be willing to argue that what the Iranians should be doing right now is their soldiers should stop attacking and start helping the citizens out to gain their trust back. But they're not going to do that because they're brainwashed.
I know we're going to see shitty people like Hassan and probably iDubbbz being like, those service members deserved it because we attacked them. Preemptively, go fuck yourself.
Yeah. Well, it's predictable. They're dumbasses, and they hate America.
They're going to pay for this, and they're going to deserve it. You killed my countrymen. Bye. I don't give a fuck about you. I didn't give a fuck about you to begin with, other than don't let them get a nuke.
Yeah.
And now you've killed some of my brethren, and nope. Glass them, Trump.
Yeah, look.
Every Iranian military installation should be flattened now.
Yeah, I think that's what's going to happen. But like I said, this was a long time coming. This was anybody that didn't think we would eventually have to stop them from getting a nuke is delusional. It would have to be by force. And this is not Jewish bidding, because the Iranians have threatened us with nuclear exchange before, and they're the type that would sneak a dirty bomb in over Mexico. So it's not that unrealistic to say that they were an existential threat to the U.S. Maybe not a great threat, but it was still enough that I don't want those lunatics having a bomb. So, yeah, I don't have a particular problem with this. Is it something I want boots on the ground for? No, but if we just blow a bunch of their shit up, I don't really give a damn. I don't really care about the Middle East at all. I don't think those people are past the Stone Age for the most part, at least not mentally. So, yeah, this was inevitable. It was going to happen eventually. It was just a matter of how advanced their weaponry got and how close the ties they were able to establish with other scumbags.
Now, the one thing I have seen that people are complaining about is apparently a school got hit.
That was bullshit. That was already debunked.
Yeah, that I don't trust anything that comes out in any media at all, but especially when all of the usual suspects are pissy. Remember the hospital in Gaza?
Yeah.
Remember that one? That was the famous Hassan. That's a JDAM. I can hear it. A dude on Twitter told me so.
Yeah, and of course it comes out that it was Hamas's own rocket that hit that place.
You know, and it didn't
Uh,
even it hit the fucking parking lot, not the hospital.
yeah, the buildings were fine.
Yeah, so but here's the thing. Even if it's 100% true, it sucks. It does. Um,
Sure, but innocent people will get killed in a war. It's impossible to avoid.
yep. And it's been that way in every war. Now, look, there was a time when people would purposefully
Yeah,
go after
innocent
civilians, but we
end up in the
oh
crossfire.
yeah, there was a time when they used to do it on purpose, but it's not where we are these days. And even the most advanced machinery, the most advanced rocket we have, can go off course. It happens,
Yeah,
and it sucks.
mistakes happen. Yeah, and it's tragic when innocent people are killed, but at the same time, that's to be expected in a war.
Yeah,
And I'm so tired of hearing about the fucking Palestinians.
yeah.
Uh, Real quick, thank you, Herr Doctor, for that feminist donation. The strikes weren't personal, just geopolitics. Now it's personal.
Now it's
Yeah,
personal.
absolutely. And you can't show your belly to these kind of people because they do not operate at the same intellectual level that we do. They are the barbarians. They're not civilized people. So if they know they could kill some of your people and get away with it, they'll kill more, thinking the same thing because they're not operating at a higher intellectual, civilizational level. And
See,
that's
I
that can't end well. You have to be brutal with brutal people.
I want to disagree with you a little bit. You can show your belly, but you have to show your belly the way Phoebe does. You got to do it where it's like, look at my cute fluffy belly. But if you touch that thing, you're going to die. You show them the belly to
Yeah,
pull them in.
that's fair.
Yeah.
That's fair. I was trying to keep it hyper simplistic because I'm lazy.
Over on the Streamlabs, thank you. Good little Iranian. If we touch the U.S. boats, they'll drop the bombs, which will kickstart our Iranistan animation industry. Yeah, be careful. Don't fuck with the Navy, man. We don't take it
Yeah.
kindly.
No, if you're worried about like
But think
an
of all the
actual
cool
devastating
shadows.
these rocks glow. If you're worried about an actual bloody war, like where it's going to get brutal, the Afghanistan Pakistan heat up that's going on right now is a much bigger problem.
Yeah.
Pakistan's a little more loose with their brutality, and they have nukes. And
Yeah.
Afghanistan started a shit fight they probably shouldn't have. And I mean, the Pakistanis, man, they're a vicious crowd, especially because they're Muslim too.
Don't touch our boats. Did Jefferson teach you nothing? Look, man,
Right?
a lot of people don't pay attention. Don't fuck with the Navy. Just don't fuck with them. Leave them alone.
Look, historical illiteracy is a growing problem globally.
Yeah. It'll be interesting to see how our ships do against hypersonics if this pops off. Who has hypersonics? Russia and China, right? Theoretically, we don't know for certain. Excuse me. Because
we know that the Russians and Chinese have them. The Chinese ones seem to actually work better, but I think ours are a few years behind.
We've talked about the hypersonic thing before, and as far as I know, we believe theoretically that they have them, that we haven't actually seen them in use.
Yeah, it's all we've seen the testing like videos and whatnot, but that it doesn't mean a whole lot. Hopefully we never have to find out who's got hypersonic missiles, because that's going to end poorly for whoever they land on, because it's going to have a nuke on it if they're using those.
Yeah, not necessarily. I mean, if it's the Iranians, somebody just in chat said Iranians have them. If let's say the Iranians got a hold of a Russian or Chinese made hypersonic missile. It won't have a nuke on it, but they fire it at the who's out there, the Gerald R. Ford. Depending on what warhead it's on, it could take down an aircraft carrier, and then whatever site that came from is going to be glassed immediately.
Yeah, it's going to be oblivion. I don't think the Iranians have an actual hypersonic missile. They may have something they're calling that, but I don't think they have an actual one. They probably have some like 3 or 4 generations back Chinese leftovers that they don't want anymore, that they paid way too much for, that may not even work. But I don't think they have state of the art anything over there. They would have used it by now if they did.
Good little Iranian girl, thank you. The first report on the school bombing was that 40 girls were killed. Silly American propagandist. It doesn't let I don't let girls go to school, or Iran doesn't let girls go to school. This is Kyle. Thank you. In deep Japanese accent, don't touch the boats. I can't do a Japanese accent.
Oh, no touch at the boat.
No touch at the boat. I can do Cholo if you want, but that doesn't work.
I mean, you could.
I'm not gonna lie. I did have a problem with the all-girls school because now the last number I saw was 115 killed in that school.
Was that like everybody in the village?
Apparently.
I mean, let's face it, a lot of kids in Iran don't go to school.
Yeah.
Whether they're girls or boys, because they're needed to be working or pickpocketing, depending on where you're at. But yeah, I don't know. That was it. They even made the mistake of telling you that it was from an Iranian news source. So it's full of shit. Of course they're going to inflate the number. Were they wearing white helmets in the pictures too?
I'm going to go out on a huge limb here.
Uh-oh.
I'm using air quotes when I say that. I predict that we're going to have a whole bunch of videos from lefties telling us how horrible this is. And the only thing I will give them, is that, especially in modern times, the president has no real reason to be responding, because this isn't an instant response to something that just happened. This was planned out. This should have been done through a declaration of war from Congress, but those pussies won't declare war.
No, he gave them notice. It was enough.
But since they've abdicated that responsibility, I don't want to hear shit from them.
Yeah.
I don't want to hear a fucking thing from Congress over this.
They only want to complain when they don't like what's happening. If this was Obama doing this, they'd have been fine with it. But because it's Trump, because Obama just shoveled a bunch of money to make the Ayatollah happy, it just delayed the inevitable.
And the rest of the video that we're going to see from these people is going to be them glossing over a regime that does all of the shit that they claim Trump does, that they hate Trump for.
Yep.
The 2 members of the Iranian government, these were actual officials in their government, were arrested and removed from their positions and thrown in prison because they said, hey, maybe we shouldn't be killing our own people. They were locked up for it.
Yeah. Well, any regime that kills its own citizens en masse, like they have been doing, is not long for the world. It eventually will fall apart. And it doesn't take long, generally speaking, if the people actually do an uprising. It's harder in the modern day, granted, but there's only so much your citizens are willing to take before you either have to kill a lot of them or they kill you.
Air Doctor, thank you for that feminist $12. The hypersonic missile thing is bullshit. They are using the loosest term for it. What a true hypersonic is hypersonic speeds through terminal stage, not just launch. Yeah, and that's why. Excuse me. That's why I when it comes to the hypersonic thing, as far as I know, the actual, for those who don't know, you have your takeoff speed, and what he means by terminal is at point of impact, it's still going hypersonic, faster than the speed of sound, guys. Which I would actually pay to just see.
it's
I
really
love a
fun.
Sonic. You ever heard of Sonic Boom? If you go to air
Oh
shows,
yeah, of
you'll
course.
often hear the Sonic Boom. You get the and then that moment of silence, and then boom. I love it. I would just fly him
Yeah.
over us. Test me because I love hearing that sound. But the actual missiles, whether or not they can keep that speed up from after launch, where in some cases they're close to hypersonic when they're fired, all the way to when it gets to a ship. The reason the hypersonic thing is a big deal is because we don't have anti measures for that because they're going too
Yeah, it's
fast.
kind of hard to combat when they're going that fast. Yeah,
Yeah,
you almost have to have like a laser array that shoots a field,
yeah,
to disable
and
something that quick.
lasers probably would end up being the only way we could stop hypersonics if they become
Yeah,
a real threat.
yeah, you're talking
Uh,
some highly advanced technology that is not going to be easy or cheap to produce either. So
and it's a legitimate worry, but whether or not it's something that you know they actually have the capability of, whether we're talking Iran getting them from other places or actually talking about the Chinese ones, uh, I don't know. I just don't know. That's the problem. Thank you, GG. Thomas Massey was acting like a dent about it, saying he's going to get Ro Khanna to have hearings and act like it's Epstein all over again.
yeah, I don't think that's going to go anywhere. They might have some hearings and be like, "Bad Trump, don't do that anymore." The most they could do is stop what he's doing, but he's already done most of what he wanted to do.
Yeah. I do want to say, Mr. President, I'm glad you're watching the show because if you remember what we talked about with Maduro, what did I say we should do with foreign leaders we don't like? I said, don't arrest them, take them out. That's the way you should do it. And Trump was clearly listening to us that day. So, Mr. Trump, nice to have you in the audience.
Yeah, absolutely.
Is that right? I know we're not supposed to be like that, right? We're not supposed to be like, kill the bastard.
Well, look, when evil people die, I don't feel bad.
No, not at all.
It's hard to feel bad that we killed a scumbag and a bunch of his scumbag friends who were out killing innocent people. These are people that were the largest state sponsors of terror on the planet. It's kind of hard to feel bad when they're killing other Muslims, Jews, Americans, whatever, pagans. I don't fucking care. They're killing innocent people. It's hard for me to give a shit about a bunch of dead evil people.
We already have countermeasures through the Aegis system. It's connected to all our ships. And we have direct energy weapons. We already have the counter and are adding more.
Oh, cool. Yeah. I didn't know how effective the Aegis system was. I've only seen a couple of videos on it, which were really interesting, but I don't really understand the science too much because I'm a fucking idiot, let's be honest. But it sounded cool. I just wasn't sure how effective that was. But the more directed energy weapons, the better. I want fucking ray guns, damn it.
Yes. Me too. Look, I hope we don't have to find out. I really do, because I don't want to read about one of our aircraft carriers sinking.
Yeah, I don't either. Look, the more advanced we are, the safer we are.
Yep.
And I think that's important. And our neighbors to the north and south should think that's important too, because let's face it, if we go, Canada and Mexico are super fucked.
Canada more so than Mexico, because Mexico at least has the cartels who will do dirty business to become friends. Where
That's
Canada,
true.
what are y'all gonna do? Call them a name?
Yeah. Look, I love Canadian people. I really do.
Me
They're
too, yeah.
some of the nicest people on the planet. Some. Most of them I've met have been really cool, and they're like lumberjacks, and lumberjacks are okay. But most of their population's within like 100 miles of ours. They have to worry about moose and Sasquatch attacks, and probably polar bears. They're really kind of dependent on us in a lot of ways. It's a very symbiotic relationship.
A lot of the stereotypes of Canadians don't hold anymore.
Yeah.
The rugged wilderness man, not so much. The really nice people, not so much. Now you
I
got a
blame
bunch of
Vancouver for that.
gay little guys and fat chicks who are running everything, and
Yeah, and communists.
yeah,
That's too
I
much
like a lot
Chinese
of.
influence.
We've had a lot of great Canadian audience members over the years, and there's a lot of stuff to like about
Oh
Canada.
yeah,
Unfortunately, it's fallen to the commies.
yeah.
Just saying.
Look, we'll give you guys a light ribbing, a little bit of shit because it's fun. You know, it's what you do with your friends. But I feel bad for the citizens there. They've been getting more and more
I
restrictive. They have to turn their guns in soon too. Did you see that?
Yeah, but see, this is where you and I differ. Their citizens are why their country is like it is.
Well, you get comfortable with
The
knowing that somebody like the United States is right next door and will protect you, and it leads to
the
this false sense of security.
I
And
mean,
next
they've
thing you
had that
know, the
security
Chinese
from
are
us.
knocking.
No, they've had that security from us for a long time. It's not just it is the rise of the intersectional feminist, and the
Yeah.
Canadians embraced it wholly. And look, I know there's a lot of you who don't, but it's very much the way I think of New York. They're upstate New York, California, upstate California. There are a lot of good people in these places who don't embrace the nonsense, but they are way outnumbered by the people who do. That's why I said the stereotype is off now, because Canada is basically the white woman of the world. That's what you guys are. Sorry.
Oh, that's so sad.
But that's what you've become. And yeah, that there's still a lot of good Canadians up there, but you're outnumbered by the fucking lunatics running the place. It's exactly what's happened in California. It's exactly what's happened in New York. It's what's happening in Minnesota. The morons are taking over. There's a lot of good people in Minnesota. P-Dog's out there.
Yeah.
Is he representative of Minnesota?
Sadly,
No.
not.
He's not. So, look, Canada, I love you guys if you're listening to this, but y'all need a revolution. You got to kick out the white women.
You got some serious problems up there, especially letting foreigners into your military. How could that backfire? Oh my God. And giving up your guns, terrible idea.
The pumpkin spice crowd. Yes, we need to have the pumpkin spice wars here in the West. We need to defeat the pumpkin spicers because they are ruining everything. You know, the thing I was going to talk about, I've talked many times about the American spirit, the rebel spirit of the Americans, where, I mean, Washington, it's like we'd rather live on our feet than die on our knee, or die on our feet than live on our knees.
Yeah.
That's the beginning of our country. First guy who ran this place was like, fuck you. That's what that was. That was a fuck you to the British.
Mm-hmm.
And now we're like, did we hurt somebody's feelings?
Yeah, we need to get over that nonsense.
We do. We got to unbitch this place before we turn into Canada. Although I'm not going to lie, I like their maid system for some people.
Yeah, unfortunately, it's going to be used on wrong thinkers before you know it.
But just like women getting to vote, all of that shit has to go through me, right? Before you go into the maid system. Like if Chucky Schumer came to me and he's like, I want to go to the maid, I'd just stop him right there. You can go. That's, yeah, absolutely. We'll take you. We'll drive you. But, you know, everybody else is on a case by case. It feels like the UK is at a tipping point. The UK is another great example of where there are a lot of really good people. Ireland, Ireland, known for telling everybody to just go fuck yourself. I'm drunk. I'm going to drink, eat some really gross food I found in the yard, and fuck you.
And maybe fight a little bit for fun.
And now they're like, but did that upset a woman?
Oh my God, their government is such pussies. I don't understand it. The Irish, you guys got a reputation to uphold. Come on.
Yeah, I mean, women are ruining everything. Stop
They
letting
really
them turn
are.
you into pussy. And women are ruining women. Most
Yeah. Boy,
you
that's
women are
gross.
smarter than this. I know you are. I know you are. Stop falling for this stupid shit. Get out of your
Right?
fucking feelings. Feelings should not matter as much as they do in this whole world.
It's such a weird thing to hear. But I feel, shut up. Nobody cares. Nobody cares about your feelings. Shut
Nope.
up.
But the thing is, they all do. They all do.
They all do now, but they don't really. They just want to look like they care.
You
They don't actually
did you
give a shit. When you're not useful to them, they're not going to give a fuck about your feelings.
well, it's the whole notion of empathy and everything, right? And I'm not against empathy, although most of the time people use it, they mean sympathy. Um, I understand sympathy. I understand empathy. I don't understand being retarded. This is why I said I don't have black fatigue. I have stupid fatigue because
Yeah.
it's just a stupid world right now.
Well, I mean, we have to start the movement of pumpkin spice fatigue.
We got to start the movement of men be men and
Yeah.
not Andrew Wilson men, not what's that? Oh, I almost called him a
Tate.
faggot. Tate, yeah. I almost called him a faggot. I'm not calling Tate a faggot. I would never say Andrew Tate is a faggot. But not that kind of man. I mean real men. Men who fix things, men who act like men who stand up for and don't whine about how everybody's trying to hurt me in the Matrix. The Matrix out to get me, you guys. No, real goddamn men.
Yeah. Get the job done and shut up about it. Yeah, it sucks. Move on with your fucking life. Do your job.
It's so hard to be a man these days. Find your balls and it won't be. Thank you. This is Kyle.
When was it ever easy to be a man?
It's not. It's part of being a man. Just be a fucking man.
Right?
Don't say cowboy up. It means that you're saying people are being gay. Yeah. Cowboy up, bitch. Sorry. This is Kyle. Thank you for that very generous donation. Our first president crossed a frozen river 3 times to attack our enemies on Christmas in the middle of the night. Now we have people complaining that our military retaliation isn't proportional to the enemies. Yeah. Retaliation, sorry. Isn't proportional to the enemies. Yeah, because a bunch of pussies. Because they don't understand how you win a war.
When Washington crossed the Delaware, they were slitting the throats of sleeping Hessians. Because it was the only way they were going to beat them. Because the Hessians were brutal psychopaths that were trained very, very well. And Washington knew he couldn't take them in a straight fight. Yeah, fuck that. I have no problem with it. And even better, there was one of our spies who was a woman over there using her feminine wiles to distract their leader that night. So, yeah, we're good at this. There's a few things we're good at, and that's kicking ass.
I don't understand empathy. Can you get iDubbbz to explain it?
iDubbbz can't explain it. That dude's, what is wrong with that man? Does he have like too many concussions where he's got that brain disease
PTE?
that football players get?
Maybe. I mean, he did take several shots to the head, so it's possible.
Do you think his wife hits him in the head when he's sleeping so that he gets worse?
No, because she found him as retarded as she needed him to be.
Oh yeah. Well, she seems
no. At night, she whispers in his ear, "Be more like Hassan. Be more like Hassan," because that's who she really wants to fuck.
She has to have him wear a Hassan mask so they can have sex.
Yes, yes. No, we need a return to just actual common sense and get out of your fucking feelings. Feelings have their place. I'm not trying to say don't have feelings. We don't need a nation of fucking sociopaths, but we also don't need them to control our every life because feelings can misguide you.
Oh yeah, road to hell and paved with good intentions and all that.
Yeah.
The worst thing you can have is a moral nag telling you what to do because they will never let you stop. That it will never be enough. They will like it's a famous quote that I'm going to butcher, but the robber barons of the world will at some point be satiated with getting enough or abusing you enough because they don't want to destroy you because they need you for peon work. But a moral nag will never let you alone. It will never be enough for them because they will always find new things to harp on you about.
They call him CTE and stop it. I hadn't heard that. That's funny.
Good one, Fugi.
Oh, that is beautiful. No, the West is fucked because we do seem to have this notion that everybody is just like us. And if you just sit down and have a conversation, you can work anything out. We can have restorative justice. No, you can't.
Yeah, it's like the destroy the prison movement where they want to get rid of prisons. That is the most foolishly ignorant thing I've ever heard of in my life.
Speaking of Ian, iDubbbz just came out the other day and like, we need to get rid of prisons. All right, they can all stay at your house, bitch.
Yeah, what are you going to do? Mass executions? Because you can't have murders running around. You can't have.
He actually said most people in prisons don't belong there.
Well, he's retarded. That's a retarded thing to say. I'm sorry. I would venture to say he needs to take an IQ test.
There's this thinking about prisons because we privatize prisons. I don't have a problem with privatized prisons. I do have a problem with the incentives to incarcerate people over minor shit. And that's that's privatized prisons really did lead to. But there's this thinking with the left that most of the people in prison are there because of marijuana. No, they're not. No, they're not. Most of them are there for murder, grand larceny, vicious assaults, rape, child rape. Most of them are not just, yeah, I got busted with an ounce of weed. Prison for a joint is not a real thing. Exactly, Faithless. You knew where I was going with that. There is this notion that no, most of these guys, they were caught jaywalking and then they ended up in prison with a 20-year sentence. Like, no, he raped a child. That's why he's in there.
Well, what they really love doing is leaving out information too, because a lot of times what they're talking about is they got busted for like a low-level felony, but it's their third strike, and they won't tell you that. They won't tell you this guy's a repeat offender, so they threw the fucking book at him because they're sick of his nonsense.
Yeah, it's stupid. It's uneducated, and it's falling for the hyperbolic. How many times when we see like somebody's about to be put to death and there's like, oh my God, he didn't really do it. And then you go read what the guy did, how much evidence they have that he did it. It's like he's on camera bragging about it right after he did it. And he's got blood on his hands and he's eating the heart. And they're like, he clearly was set up.
Yeah. Good boy. Didn't do nothing.
Every goddamn time. Look, the Innocence Project, they had some good cases. They really did. And DNA has taken care of those cases. The ones they do now are like, there's no DNA at all. So clearly he didn't do it. Like, no, they just didn't collect everything because it wasn't at a time when DNA was even thought of. So, sorry, Liberty Vet. I'll check that out. So they didn't know to collect everything from the scene. So, because now we have just, if you breathe in a room, your DNA is in there.
Yeah, they'll find it.
Yeah.
DNA technology has come a long way in the last like 15 years, especially.
Yeah, a lot of the things where people were cleared with DNA, it was because they saved like a shirt that had blood on it.
Yeah.
And when they realized they could get the DNA from blood, that's what they tested. It's not like they were like in 1978 going to save that shirt there. It looks perfectly clean, but it probably has a compound on it that I don't know that they'll find in the future. It's not how it was done. Thank you, good little Canadian.
No.
With 30,000 people dying from waiting for healthcare and 15,000 being helped by MAID, Canada is doing their best to return the land to their first peoples. True.
Yeah, your healthcare system up there is so fucked.
Can I just say it's kind of sad that the most efficient part of their medical system seems to be the one they use to kill people.
How horrific is that? I mean, that's some dystopian nonsense right there.
We can't get you an MRI, but we can hook you up to the sodium pentothal or whatever they use.
But you look really sad. Why don't you come in this room?
That's why I'm too close to the Canadian border. That's why I tell y'all all the time. Yeah, I hurt, but I'm in a good mood. I'm happy.
Yeah.
I'm not scared of Hillary. I'm scared of Canadians.
If anyone wants to know why the Ayatollah was taken out, I already had dirt on the Clintons.
He winced. Get him. All right, guys, we're going to wrap up here. Thank you so much for coming and hanging out with us. Thank you for the donations. You guys are so very kind. If I offended you today, I don't give a shit. I hope you guys understand that. Jack, anything you want to show?
Yeah, I got a couple of cool links here for you. Patrons, there's a new video came out today. As always, thank you guys so much for all the support you give us, coming out watching the show, all the tips. You guys are amazing, and we're really glad you're here night after night, and even when you disagree with us.
Adabisi says, I'm offended. No, you're not. Stop it. How dare you, sir? Guys, no long outro. Jack, pleasure as always.
Always glad to be here.
Take care, you guys. We love you. We'll see you on the next one. I'm going to go get some food. I'm hungry.
That sounds good.
Bye now.
Bye, everybody.
I'm going to eat something that's probably bad. What should I eat?
Potatoes.
We couldn't go shopping because the van died, so we got low on food. Not like, oh my God, we're going to starve, but where there wasn't a lot of options, right?
Oh.
And so we went to the store and my brain went, we need all the options.
Hamburger helper. There you go.
I bought pizza rolls for the first time in like a year because of I need it.
Oh, that sounds good. I had some taquitos earlier because that's all I had in the freezer.
Well, I had pizza rolls the other day. I put them in the air fryer, and I'd never air fried pizza rolls before because, again, haven't had them forever.
They're good that way.
Yeah, but you got to time them perfectly.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
Open that bitch up, and every one of them had leaked out. I was like,
oh yeah, what happened?
I was sad. I still ate them. They were still good, but
well, yeah, they're just messier. That's all.
Tacos. I had tacos the other night. I might have some egg rolls. I haven't had egg rolls in a little while.
Oh, egg rolls sound good. I would love to get some Chinese food. I found this new Chinese place. It's a buffet too, but I haven't been up there because it's like $15. Oh, and I just can't afford it. But
right, yeah, I
really liked it, and they have a couple cute waitresses, so I got to get up there. But yeah, I was hoping to go on Valentine's Day and be like, I guess who's got citizenship and here alone, ladies. But yeah, it didn't work out.
Uncrustables and Takis. I don't like Uncrustables. I'm gonna tell you why. I don't trust something frozen that unfreezes that fast. There's some evil magic going on with Uncrustables. You're gonna turn into a frog if you keep eating those. I'm just saying.
That's some dark wizardry.
I already sang, so go away, guys.